The Korean War saw the first major clash of jet-powered fighters, pitting the North American F-86 Sabre against the Soviet Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-15. These aircraft represented the pinnacle of late 1940s technology. The F-86 Sabre was praised for its exceptional flight handling and stable gun platform, featuring a sophisticated radar-ranging gun sight that gave American pilots an edge in accuracy. In contrast, the MiG-15 was a rugged and powerful interceptor designed to bring down heavy bombers. It possessed a superior climb rate and a higher service ceiling compared to the Sabre, along with a devastating armament of heavy cannons. While the Sabre relied on 650 caliber machine guns for a high volume of fire, the MiG-15 carried 23mm and 37mm cannons. The Sabre's bubble canopy provided superior visibility, whereas the MiG's lighter weight allowed for better vertical maneuvers. Both jets utilized swept-wing designs to achieve high subsonic speeds, forever changing the nature of aerial combat. As the Cold War progressed into the mid-1950s, both superpowers aimed for level flight, supersonic speeds. The North American F-100 Super Sabre became the first American fighter to reach Mach 1 in level flight. It was a large, heavy aircraft that eventually transitioned into a primary ground attack role due to its significant payload capacity. Across the Iron Curtain, the Soviet Union introduced the Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-19, which was their first supersonic interceptor. Unlike the single-engine F-100, the MiG-19 utilized two engines, providing it with an impressive thrust-to-weight ratio and agility. The Super Sabre utilized a sophisticated low-mounted wing, while the MiG-19 stayed with a high-sweep design that favored rapid climbs. While the F-100 struggled with stability issues early in its career, the MiG-19 was known for being a handful for its pilots, but extremely lethal in close-range dogfights. Both aircraft paved the way for the Mach 2 interceptors that followed. The late 1950s ushered in the era of Mach 2 speed, resulting in two of the most iconic silhouettes in aviation history. The Lockheed F-104 Starfighter, often called the missile with a man in it, was designed for pure speed and high-altitude interception. Its radical short, thin wings and powerful engine allowed it to sprint at twice the speed of sound, though this came at the cost of maneuverability. The Soviet Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-21 took a different approach, utilizing a delta wing design that balanced high speed with better low-speed handling. The MiG-21 became one of the most produced supersonic jets in history, valued for its simplicity and ruggedness. While the F-104 carried a sophisticated M61 Vulcan rotary cannon and early Sidewinder missiles, the MiG-21 relied on internal cannons and infrared-guided missiles like the Atoll. The Starfighter served as a high-tech interceptor for many NATO nations, while the MiG-21 formed the backbone of the Soviet Air Force and many Allied nations for decades. By the 1960s and 70s, the focus shifted toward multi-role capabilities and advanced radar systems. The McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II became the definitive Western fighter of the era, serving the Air Force, Navy, and Marines. It was a massive twin-engine powerhouse that initially lacked an internal gun, relying instead on long-range missiles and a dedicated backseat radar intercept officer. The Soviet Union countered with the Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-23, which introduced variable geometry or swing-wing technology to the front line. This allowed the MiG-23 to change its wing sweep in flight, optimizing performance for both high-speed dashes and low-speed landings. While the Phantom was a brute-force multi-role beast capable of carrying enormous bomb loads, the MiG-23 was designed primarily as a fast interceptor and strike aircraft with powerful radar and beyond visual range missile capabilities. Both jets saw extensive combat across the globe, defining the aerial landscape of the Vietnam War and various Middle Eastern conflicts. The pursuit of ultimate air superiority reached its peak in the 1970s and 80s with the arrival of the heavyweights. The McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle was designed with a singular mission: air dominance. It featured a low wing loading and a high thrust-to-weight ratio, making it incredibly agile despite its size. Its record of over 100 aerial victories without a single loss in air-to-air combat remains legendary. The Soviet Union responded with the Sukhoi Su-27 flanker, a massive aircraft designed specifically to counter the F-15. The Su-27 introduced extraordinary maneuverability through its aerodynamic design, including the ability to perform the famous Cobra maneuver. While the F-15 excelled with its integrated avionics and powerful pulse Doppler radar, the Su-27 featured an infrared search and track system that allowed it to hunt targets without revealing its own position. Both aircraft were built to carry a heavy load of air-to-air missiles and could fly at speeds exceeding 2,500 km per hour. Recognizing the need for more affordable and numerous fighters to complement their heavy interceptors, both nations developed lightweight counterparts. The General Dynamics F-16 Fighting Falcon was the first production aircraft to use fly-by-wire technology and a side-mounted control stick, offering unprecedented agility and a high-visibility bubble canopy. It evolved from a daylight dogfighter into one of the world's most versatile multi-role aircraft. The Soviet response was the Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-29, designed for frontline air defense. The MiG-29 featured twin engines and a high-lift airframe that provided exceptional performance in a turning fight. One of its most significant advantages was the helmet-mounted sight system, which allowed pilots to aim missiles simply by looking at their targets, a feature that Western pilots initially lacked. While the F-16 excelled in range and multi-role versatility, the MiG-29 was a formidable short-range specialist designed to operate from unpaved runways close to the battlefront. The final stage of the Cold War rivalry culminated in the development of fifth-generation stealth fighters. The Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor was designed to be invisible to radar, combining stealth with supercruise and extreme maneuverability. It represented a quantum leap in technology, utilizing an integrated suite of sensors to dominate the battle space before the enemy even knows it is there. The Sukhoi Su-57, though entering service much later, is the spiritual successor to the Soviet-era quest for parity, incorporating its own stealth features and thrust vectoring engines for unmatched post-stall maneuverability. While the F-22 focuses on extreme low observability and high-altitude performance, the Su-57 emphasizes high speed and a diverse array of sensors, including side-looking radars. Both aircraft utilize advanced composite materials and internal weapon base to maintain their stealthy profiles. These machines represent the ultimate evolution of the design philosophies that began with the first jet clashes over Korea, pushing the boundaries of what is possible in the sky.